Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get overly emotionally invested in these shows. So if you're looking for a reactor that likes to talk about symbolism, themes, and cries a lot, then you're definitely in the right place. So why don't you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video? Today, we are watching the finale of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood because I am going to watch episodes 63 and 64 together because I feel like that only makes sense because they likely lead on to one another. And yeah, I am absolutely heartbroken. I don't want to say goodbye to this series, but alas, all good things have to come to an end. But I cannot wait to rewatch and I can't wait to read the manga as well. I've been really enjoying the first volume, so cannot wait to see how it progresses and the slight differences between the two. We left off with Al sacrificing his soul to give his brother back his arms so that he could protect himself against the father. And we know because Truth says to Al that Ed will have to sacrifice something to retrieve his body back. And does he believe that that's going to be the case? And Al says yes. Al has no doubts that his brother would do anything to retrieve his body. But as to what he's going to sacrifice, I don't know. I did theorize that it could be alchemy. But if you think about it in connection to his identity and everything he's been able to achieve and accomplish, it's all linked back to alchemy. So I think he may choose to forego that part of himself for the sake of his brother, which is an incredible act of sacrifice to give away this intense power and ability to not only help but the potential to destroy. Not that Ed would ever do that, but I'm just saying the potentiality of alchemy is immense. So to give that up and everything it entails is a heavy price. It's a big price. So I think that has to be equivalent exchange. I think that has to be more than equivalent exchange to give back alchemy in exchange for his brother is to sacrifice this unlimited, well, it's not unlimited because there is equivalent exchange, but this immense power for his brother. Not very many people would do that. And considering all the issues that we've seen with the show of how like power corrupts and this desire for something more of what alchemy can do to give you more and these grand ambitions, for Ed to be the opposite of all that, for him to sacrifice power for his brother goes to show that that human connection is far more important than alchemy will ever be. And I feel like you couldn't refuse him on that basis because he is doing the exact opposite of what the father is doing. The father has weaponized alchemy for his own games to become this material body, to want to be something more than what he currently is. He wants human connection, he seeks human love, but he's going about it the wrong way, but he's using alchemy to get it. Not that alchemy is the wrong way, but it's just how he's going about it is the wrong way. But he weaponizes alchemy nonetheless for his own endeavors, his own gain, whereas Ed would be sacrificing alchemy for someone that he loves above all else. But that act of sacrifice distinguishes them because the father would never do that. The father would never sacrifice power for anyone else, whereas Ed would. Alchemy is nothing if he doesn't have his brother beside him. So without further ado, and I have tissues, but I don't think I have enough, which we'll find out, I guess. We're going to jump into episode 63 and 64.
人間としての権利を手に入れないまま奴隷で一生終わる気かそれでは息苦しいフラスコの中にいるのと同じだ
That's what it's all come down to, is being something more than a homunculus. The father has always wanted what humans have had. A mere human. It's not just anyone, he's Edward Elric. Put some respect on that name. And he will defeat you if it means getting his brother back. Truth cannot be contained. Truth all out. No! No, 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 do not! Oh! He won't let you go, you're part of him now. Oh, they've become friends. He is the connection that you've always wanted. No! Ed, stop him! No! He's doing it to save him. Oh, it's a sacrificial act. No, it's to save you. Greed is fighting back. Oh, Greed! Delayed rebellious phase, Daddy. Destroy you once and for all. Greed! He's fully divested himself of everything that ever made him a person. Greed was the last part of him. Because they saw you as a friend. You finally had friends. Oh, that's so sad. Is this enough? It filled the hole. Oh. My soul friends. Oh my god. Jesus. Are these all the souls from Xerxes? They're finally free. Hohenheim looks similar to Pride, like he's disintegrating. We're gonna lose Hohenheim either this episode or next episode. And I'm not okay. He just wanted to be a person. He didn't want to be a slave. And Hohenheim can relate to that. It's what Hohenheim wanted too. The only part of him that exists is little baby Pride. Oh. I hate that you feel sorry for him in the end. It really does mimic. I said this. But there's no such thing as a perfect being. Proof. But the fact that he's returned to where he's come from, does that mean he's divested from truth? Or perhaps one. I'm also you. Almost like a taste of your own medicine, isn't it? I hate that I feel sorry for him.
戻りたくない。やだ。
I don't want to go back, so
そこに縛られ続けるのは嫌だ。
it is a part of the doorway of truth. So when it says you haven't grown, it's because instead of trying to become like a human, it tried to suppress them. It didn't learn anything. That's actually so sad.
お前はその答えを見ていただろうに。
That's actually really sad.
なんだどうなった勝ったのか
Yeah.
はい。ですが、アルフォンス君があちらから戻っていません。
Because equivalent exchange. There hasn't been something sacrificed to get his body back.
使え賢者の石だこれであるを取り戻せダメだ
He won't.
俺たちが
They
元の体に
promised.
戻るのに賢者の石は使わないとあると約束
It has to be another way.
エドワード俺の命を使ってアル
Oh,
フォンスを取り戻せ
バカ野郎そんなことできるわけないだろ
but it's the fact that he would even offer
俺
it
たちのせいだあるを取り
because
戻
it's
すのに
his
人の命は
boys.
使わねえって散々言ってるだろうが大体なんでてめえが命かける必要がある
父親だからだよお前たちが大事なんだ幸せになってほしいんだお前たちの体がそうなってしまったのはほったらかしにしてきた俺にも責任がある
You never knew.
すまなかった
Oh.
もう十分生きた最後くらい父親らしいことをさせてくれ
Oh. At the end of the day, he's just a kid.
二度とそんなこと言う
He
な
doesn't want to lose his dad. You're his dad.
すまないエドワード
I didn't have enough tissues.
史上最年少の国家錬金術師だろ
たくさんの人があなたたちが元の体に戻る日を待ってくれてるはずよ。
そこに可能性があるならば前に進むべきだ
そうだ諦めるな何かあるはずだ何か
His alchemy. Because it's nothing. If it doesn't mean he can't have Al back.
先生親父
Our old man. They're all looking to him to find an
ちょっと
answer.
離れてろ
And he's found one.
人体錬成の陣鋼の錬金術師最後の錬成にな
His final transmutation. He's gonna sacrifice his alchemy. He knows what he's doing, and I think there's that look of pride. If we're seeing Trisha and Van Hohenheim together, we're gonna lose Hohenheim this episode.
弟を連れ戻しに来たか代価はお前の肉体を差し出すか代価ならここにあるだろうでけえのがよ
Alchemy and all the knowledge that comes with it.
こいつは俺の真理の扉だ
You can have it.
ただどう使おうが俺の自由だ違うか
Even he's like, what the fuck? Truth is like, huh?
しかしいいのか真理の扉を失えば二度と錬金術を使えなくなるぞ
Doesn't care.
そうだな真理とかいうものを見せられて錬金術で全てを解決できると思い込んだ
But he can't.
だけどそれは間違いだったただの傲慢だ錬金術も使えないただの人間になり下がるのかなり下がるも何も 最初からただの人間だ。
He's always been a human. He's always been a person. Oh, I was about to say that. It all ties back to Nina. He's always been Ed.
錬金術がなくてもみんながいるって。
He doesn't need to be the Fullmetal Alchemist.
錬金術師、お前は俺に勝った。
He's so proud of him.
全てを。勝手口はあっちだ。エドワード・エルリック。
He came back for him. He promised he would.
無茶しやがって。
He's naked. You need to give him something to wear.
さあ帰ろう。一緒に。
I hope he gets his apple pie. It's the least baby boy Alphonse deserves.
おお、気づいた。
父さ
よう、おかえり。
ん。うん。ただいま。あったかい。
He's not been able to feel the warmth in so long.
そっか。ごめん。
It really
辛いことさ
was.
せちゃったね。
But it was all worth it in the
ありがとう。
end.
メイ。
He's so proud.
本日アームストロング少将とマスタング大佐率いる部隊が中央司令部議会を占拠しま
Oh,
した。
little baby pride.
これは軍上層部の動きを阻止するためのもので、彼らは国民の大多数を犠牲にする錬金術の大実験を企てていました。キングブラッドレイ大総統閣下とご子息セリムさんは混乱の中にその尊い命を落とされました。
So this little baby that she's inherited means it will likely get to be raised away from the link to Slim. That it has a chance to have a normal life, right?
君だろ、私に血をくれたのは。自由と権利が欲しくないか、ホーエンハイム。このフラスコから出られる身になれば幸せかな。
All he's ever wanted to be is human. He just went about it the wrong way. He's mourning for it.
ご子息二人とも病院に無事収容しましたぞ。
ああ、ありがとう。感謝します。
エドワード・エルリックとアルフォンス・エルリック。あの二人の少年がいなければこの国が滅んでいました。ありがと
Your
うございま
boys
す。
did so well. Oh, look at him.
ありがとう。
How could you not be proud? Oh. He's back again. He's gonna die, isn't he?
ただいま。
But at least it's a happy death.
エドワードが親父って呼んでくれたんだ。
He did.
クソがついてたんだけどな。
Oh no.
人より長く生き続けるなんてしんどいことばかりだと思ってた。だけど君は息子たちに会えて
It was all
生
worth
きててよ
it.
かったと心から思えるようになった。充実した人生だった。そうさ、十分だ。ありがとう、トリシャ。やっぱり死にたくねえって思っちゃうな。ほんと俺ってしょうがねえな。
ホーエンハイム。なんだい、帰ってたのかい。
His hair's gone grey.
バカタレが。なんて幸せそうな顔して死んでんだい。
やっと見つけた新しい明日、向かう先は次じゃなくて次ばかり。
I did not bring enough tissues. Like, they are both completely destroyed. Oh my god.
そろそろから手探り疲れた頬加藤がこぼれ落ちる雨は
Oh, Hohenheim, what a man.
僕を選
What a life you've led. I'm so glad. You got to die happy and that it wasn't like a sad death. I mean, it's still sad, but he got to reunite with his wife. That's her coming to reach out her hand to him to bring him with her. I can't. I'm like officially broken. I'm what is this? Like, what is this? Oh, I hate that it makes you really feel sorry for the dwarf in the flask, that you sit and go, oh my god, like, all he ever wanted to be was human. He just wanted to be free. He didn't want to be a slave in the flask anymore. He just wanted to, like, explore and know the world in a way that he couldn't in the flask. It's just the way he went about it was wrong, and that's what Truth was essentially saying to him, is like, you didn't learn anything, you didn't grow, because you had this amazing opportunity put in front of you, but instead of using it to actually learn and grow and become this thing you desire to be, your aim was to use the power that you have to suppress others, to weaponize it against people. So yeah, he didn't learn anything, he didn't grow, and in divesting himself of the parts that make you human, that make you multifaceted, because again, it links back to Greed's words of like, the sins aren't necessarily all bad, there's complex, you know, we label them as negative, but they're not fully comprehended that way, because without them, would we really be human in all its complexities and complications and difficulties? No. And we saw that with the father when he was divested of them. He was like a husk. He wasn't who he truly was. But yet when they all returned to him, bar Pride, because Pride's still a little baby, he was much more himself. He was very like full of the complexities of human emotions, like going back and forth and feeling them. Like he was getting emotional, he was crying because he didn't want to be pulled back in there. So it kind of seems like he is divested from Truth to some degree, and Hohenheim really felt for him. Hohenheim could relate to that desire and that want to be free and to not be bound to something, because he was a slave. He knows all too well the struggle that comes with that. And in the end, they were blood brothers, and he was mourning him. He was feeling empathy for him. It doesn't atone for all the harm that he's caused, but you can still feel sorry for him to some degree. It's just the way he went around everything just wasn't great. It wasn't done the right way, which is why Truth was berating him, like, you didn't grow, you didn't learn anything. Whereas when Ed is sacrificing his door and his access to alchemy and all the knowledge that comes with it, he says that's the right answer, because he chose his brother, he chose connection and love and friendship over power, and that's not something the father could do, and that's what distinguishes them, which is why Truth doesn't berate him and tells him it's correct, because he's finally learned that alchemy isn't what makes him who he is. He is more than that. He has always been more than that. He's not Fullmetal Alchemist. He's always been Ed. He's always been Edward Elric. So why would he keep alchemy if it means he doesn't get his brother, the one person that he's always been with since the very beginning? They have never been without each other. So how could he give that up? How could he sacrifice that? To him, power is nothing if it means he doesn't have his brother. So when Truth phrases it as, you want to become a lesser being, that's not what Truth believes, because Truth is one, Truth is all, Truth is you, Truth is me, Truth is humanity. It's a test. It's to see if Ed is really willing to go through with it, because The difference is that the father wouldn't become a lesser being. He wanted to be the perfect being. He wanted power above all else. Yes, he wanted to feel human connection and friendship and love and to build a family of his own, but he also wanted power. He wanted to behold all the knowledge of the universe, and he was willing to sacrifice countless of people to get there. Whereas when Ed is saying, I will sacrifice this for my brother, Truth is going, really? It's almost like Truth is trying to measure how serious Ed is by saying, oh, and become a lesser being. And that's when Ed launches into, it's not a lesser being, because alchemy was never who I am. Alchemy never defined who I am. I am a human. I am a person. I have always been that before I was an alchemist. And that's why Truth is like, correct, because that is the fundamental of it all. You are a human. The alchemy isn't the important bit. This show, man. Oh boy. This is not ideal. I'm gonna lose it. And then Greed finally saying, like, this is enough. My soul friends, because they finally filled the hole in him. The fact that they were willing to try and, like, retain him, to fight, to pull him back, because they loved him, they cared for him, they were his friends. And he saw Ling as his friend because he didn't want Ling to be destroyed too. He was like, if one of us has to go, then me, because I was divested from the father, you still have a chance, and Lanfang can help, and you can take the Philosopher's Stone back to Zing. You can still accomplish what you wanted to achieve, so don't worry about me. And it was just so selfless. And then Hohenheim, did Hohenheim even say goodbye to Ed and Al, or did he just leave again? But the fact that they got their moment together, that like Ed finally called him father, that he finally understood Hohenheim's position, and Hohenheim got to apologize because all of this was a catalyst of him leaving, that he wasn't there for them when their mom died, and that maybe if he was, none of this would have happened. He carries a lot of guilt, but I think a lot of pride, because his boys saved the nation. His boys are so selfless and kind, and they are the best reflection of him and Trisha. And I think he leaves happy knowing that like there's nothing more that he can give to them because they've already achieved so much, and he's content in that knowledge that they have each other, that they can live a happy life together, and he won't need to be there to guide them because they already know so much, so he can rest at peace knowing that his boys are safe, knowing that they are reunited once more, and he can go and be with his wife who he's always wanted to be with. And when he says I'm home, because yes, he's home, he's going home to his wife. And even Minako is like, how dare you have like the audacity to die with a smile on your face? It's because he's lived a good life. And the fact that he acknowledges that even at the end of it all, he's still scared to die, and it's such a human emotion, like the fear of the unknown and what awaits for you on the other side is something I think everyone can relate to. But that was episode 63, so I'm fucked for episode 64. I've also run out of tissues. I need to get like a box of tissues. I just brought tissues in with me and then was like, yeah, that'll be enough. Oh, that was not enough. So now I am absolutely screwed. For the next episode, but it's okay because I've just fully embraced the fact that I'm gonna look a mess for the next episode. It's okay. It's fine. Oh man, this show. You know the show hits and it feels good when you feel like you're saying goodbye to a friend. I felt like this with Freeman and I felt like this with Attack on Titan. It was like that sucker punch of like, I'm never gonna see this again for the first time and nothing is going to compare. This is like on that level for me of being like phenomenal, like a work of art. Oh, okay. I would say get it together, but I'm not gonna get it together. I am still gonna be an absolute mess. I'm just so happy that like in the end Ed saw just how much his father cared for them both and what he was willing to sacrifice if it meant bringing Al back, because he knew that it was the one thing he could do as a father. But I'm glad that it didn't get to that point, that he got to die on his own terms and happy and gets to be reunited with Trisha and die at her grave rather than sacrificing himself. But still, I'm just sad that they don't get their dad and they're orphans now. It's just It's just heart-wrenching.
お名前を伺ってもよろしいでしょうか。
ノックスって町医者だ。取り継いでもらえばわかるよ。
Are they gonna bring his eyesight back?
よう、お嬢ちゃん。
お久しぶりです。
どうだい、やっこさん落ち込んでるかい。
イシュバール地方の作物の栽培は二毛作が主であり。
はい、それ間違い。二毛作でなく二期作ね。なことじゃ信頼を得るなんて無理ですよ。じゃあその二期作で何を作っていますか？
麦と綿花だ。
正解。分かってるじゃないですか。
He's not letting it get him down.
大総統になる前にイシュバールの問題を解決するんですって。
Before he became Führer, damn. He never gave up on what his initial mission was, which was to hold himself accountable and to ensure that the Ishval solution was sorted. Solution sorted? Problem was sorted.
大丈夫なのか。
さあ、どうかな。だが、私は立ち止まるわけにはいかんのだ。イシュバール殲滅戦。あれが全ての始まりだった。
そうだな。あんたにとっても、俺にとっても。
その
Time to atone and rebuild.
まずイシュバール閉鎖地区を解放する。そして各スラムにいるイシュバール人をその聖地
They
に
get to
返
go
す。
home.
やることはまだまだある。
今回の事件、スカーやイシュバールの人たちのおかげで乗り切れたんです。その恩返しをしなくちゃいけませんしね。
できることから始めたいんです。
It's a step. Nothing can atone for what happens, but it's the right thing to do.
マルゴーさんよ、こっちから言うてま省けたようだぜ。
Marco!
これで視力を取り戻せるのではないですか。
Is he going to do it?
この石はかつて私がイシュバール人の命を使って作ったものです。だが彼らもイシュバール復興のためなら。
Surely it should be Scar's decision.
私は彼らの声を聞くことはできない。
Surely Scar should be the one to make
だか
the
らこれは
choice.
私個人の願いだ。私はこの石であなたを治したい。イシュバールのために。
To give the soul's purpose
彼
and
らは怒
meaning.
るかもしれないな。あと鋼のも。だが使わせてもらおう。
I feel like they should have
その上
consulted
で
Scar though.
私は全力を尽くす。私より先にその石が必要な者がいる。私はその者の後だ。
Havoc!
はい、愛されて80年、ハボック雑貨店。
I love that he prioritizes Havoc over himself. He did swear that he was gonna find a way to restore him back.
なぜ助けた。
もともと練炭術を得るためにと思って助けたのだが、マスタングのやつがイシュバール政策のためにマイルズをよこせと言い出してな。
So she needs another one.
もちろんスカーとしてではなく、一イシュバール人
Oh, I
として
thought she was gonna replace Miles with Scar. She's like, I always need an Ishvalan.
歴史ある宗教や文化を死なせてはならん。
That's the right thing to do.
お前の手で民族を死から救え。
Restore them back. Give them
生か
strength.
されている意味。もう
It's what your
少し
brother
生
would
きて
want.
探せということか。兄ちゃん。
Come on, Scar.
わかった。
Oh,
協力しよう。この体、どこへなりと連れて行くがいい。
I'm so happy.
マスタングめ、スカーが生きていると知ったら、さぞかし肝を冷やすだろうよ。スカー、貴様本当の名は何という？
俺は二度死んだ。この世にはいない人間だ。名はなくていい。好きに呼べ。
そうか。
Like a name doesn't define
ま
me.
た会おう。
It has no power over me. Ishvalan. So she just decides not to give him a name. Oh, Scar. I'm so glad that he gets a purpose in rebuilding and helping his people.
こんなに筋肉が衰えてるとは思わなかった。
おぶってやろうか。
No, he'll
いや、
learn.
いい。自分の足で歩く。
Oh, this all must be so strange to him.
兄さん先に帰っててよ。
いや、一緒に家を出たんだ。 一緒に帰るさ。
じゃあ一緒に帰ろうか。
But the joy he must feel in being able to actually feel the sun and the ground beneath his feet. It must mean so much.
しばらく整備してねえから、ちょっとな。
Winry will fix that right up. Are they finally going to confess their feelings?
変なやつだな。
He's just
そういえば
grateful.
リンたちもう芯についたかな。メイ大丈夫かな。
He's put on a healthy amount of weight. He deserves all the happiness in the world.
おい、ジャンケの王女。
She's like prepared to fight. He's like, no. He's your brother. Your siblings.
お前もバカだな。
Let's make sure that everyone in Zing can live on in
次の
peace.
権威はヤオ家のものだ。でも心配するな。お前の家はヤオ家が責任を持って守ってやる。
He's gonna be different.
ジャン家も他の家の奴らも全部まとめて受け入れてやるさ。
Oh,
なんて顔してんだよ。
she's so relieved.
全部まとめてなんて強欲すぎよ。
ああ、あ
I
いつ
was
のが
gonna
映ってた
say
んだ
he rubbed off on you in a good way. The greed isn't always a bad thing.
帰るかな。
またな。
おう、またな。
I know it's happy, but I hate saying goodbye.
真の王女様メイちゃん様に随分と気に入られていたようですが。
本当いい子だよね。それより兄さん、ウィンリーのこといいの？
He's just realized he's gonna see her again. They're coming home.
ゼン、僕だよ。
Oh. She's making apple pie. It's the one thing Al wanted to have when he got his body back. Oh. Ed still has her piercings. He hasn't given them back. Imagine seeing his face again after all those years. It must be so heartwarming. Because at some point you'd forget what he looked like. You'd think he only looked like the helmet. They came back. They achieved what they set out to do. He did say he'd make her cry again with happy tears, and these are happy tears. Oh, their childhood photo, but as adults. Oh my god, 2 years. Nope, he's still
やっぱ無理か。
falling into that habit. It's hard to break.
まあいいか。 俺は挨拶回りでくたびれてんだ。それをウィンリーのやつこき使いやがって。大体だな。
アップルパイ焼けたからお茶にしようって。
How could you say no to that?
ああ、今日は一段と遠くまで見えるね。
Oh, Al.
兄さん、僕ずっと考えてたことがある。
多分俺も同じこと考えてる。
とはいえ、東はマスタング君、北はアームストロング君がしっかりやってくれていますので、この老いぼれもなんとか大総統の椅子に座っていられます。
Oh, okay, so Miles' thought process was right. He did become the Führer.
あらまあ、亡くなったブラッドレーみたいなことを言うのね。あの人も仕事一辺倒だったのよ。
Oh,
あら、セリム、どうした
she
の？
still called him
鳥
Salim.
さん怪我してるの。助けて。
Oh,
治る？小鳥さん治る？
大丈夫よ。さ、 お行きなさい。
I'm so glad that he got a second chance.
あの子を育てると決めた時、みんなに反対されましたけど、
How could she
何の
not?
心配もなくすくすくと。
まだしばらく見守らせてもらいますよ。
It just shows that they have the potential to be no different to humans.
分かっておりますな。
She does.
私が起こさせませんわ。
ホムンクルスと人間。
Indistinguishable.
に心を通わせることができるのか。
The potential of what could have
可
been
能性というやつはいくつに
if
な
the
っても
dwarf in the
ワクワ
flask
クするね。
homunculus had actually tried to be more like humans rather than trying to suppress them.
左足のことで
Oh,
落ち
look
込んで
how
ない？
big she is
大丈夫です。自分を戒めるためにも足はオートメールのままでいいって言ってました。何そののろけ。本当に元に戻ってよかった。あの人も喜ぶわ。
He would be. Oh,
ヒューズ
Hughes.
さんをはじめ、いろんな場所でいろんな人にたくさん、本当にたくさん幸せをいただきました。だから今度は僕らがお返しする番だと思うんです。いえ、10もらって10返すだけじゃ同じなので、10もらったら自分の1を上乗せして11にして返す。小さいけど僕たちがたどり着いた新しい法則です。
He did talk about this with Kimberly about a new principle beyond equivalent
僕たちが
exchange.
助けられなかった女の子がいました。その子をずっと忘れることができませ
How
ん。
could you? Not just Nina, Alexander too. You can't forget Alexander.
すいません、牛乳とサンドイッチ追加で。
Milk! He's gotta go tall and strong.
真に行くよ。
Ah! They're going to zing!
メイのところで本格的に練炭術を学ぶつもりだ。いろんなものを見たい。いろんなことを知りたい。
He's taking full advantage of the life he has to live.
っていうか、
He's not taking his body for granted.
当たり前よ。ささやくんなよ。俺たちの。俺たちは元の体に戻る方法を探す。諦めるなって言ったのはお前だぞ。
人に任せないで自分で動かないとな。
It resonated with them, and you're proof that that can happen.
僕は東回り、兄さんは西回りで知識を身につけてくる。そして二人で東西の知識を持ち寄れば、
Oh!
ニーナみたいな不幸を繰り返さずに済むかもしれない。
They're becoming the sages.
兄さんも僕もそれだけじゃないんだよ。見てみたいんだ。世界の広さを。
They spent so much of their time trying to find their bodies again that it's nice to see them actually living their lives.
来た来た。
I don't think he wants to go. I don't think he wants to leave Winry.
整備が必要な
So
時
she's
は
got her
ちゃんと予約の
piercings
電話入
back.
れてね。
No.
予約。
No.
ウィンディ。
I love you. Come on, say it.
何よ。
Say it.
はっきり言いなさいよ。
His little face.
10日交換だ。俺の人生半分やるから、お前の人生半分くれ。
Is this a marriage proposal? This is good as.
ああ、もう錬金術師ってどうしてそうなの？10日交換の法則とかってばっかじゃないの？
なんだと？
ほんとバカね。半分どころか全部あげるわよ。
Oh, that's how much she loves you.
やっぱり全部はなし。9割、いや8割かな。
Now she's bargaining.
じゃあ 8.5？ 何よ。
Oh, they're so cute.
お前やっぱすげえわ。10日交換の法則なんざ簡単にひっくり返しやがれ。
何よそれ。バカにしてんの？
ちげえよ。
Oh,
元気もらった。ありがとな。
he couldn't leave without confessing in his own way.
いってらっし
Oh, they're so cute.
エドワード君も旅に出ちまったのかい。ちっとは落ち着いたらいいのにね。
じっとしてる男なんてつまんないもの。
Why does that make me think Trisha would say the same thing about Hohenheim?
人は何かの犠牲なしには何も得ることはできないのだ。
It's been the lesson of the entire show.
その痛みに耐え乗り越えた時、人は何者にも負けない強靭な心を手に入れる。そう、鋼のような心。
Oh, Hohenheim. Oh, Scar looks good with that haircut. Oh. Emperor Ling. Yoki, what the fuck? Oh my god, Roy's little mustache. So he did become a Führer. And Havoc can walk again. Oh my god, his children! Oh, May! Oh, what a phenomenal series. What a way to end it. That they get their happy endings, and it's not the end, it's just the beginning for them all, a beginning to rebuild, a chance to see if homunculus and humans can live together, a chance for Ed to be a father to his children in the way that Hohenheim wasn't with him, and the fact that the picture like emulates Hohenheim and Trisha, but instead of crying like Hohenheim, he's holding his son and he's smiling, and his son is smiling, and they have a little girl. Oh, and then adult May is there, so that's emphasizing that like there's something going on with her and Al if she's in the family photo, and then Wimry's mentor. Oh my god, I've forgotten her name, which is so bad. Oh my god, how can I not remember her name? I know who she is. It was who Wimry encouraged her to stop being a thief. But I cannot remember her name for the life of me, which is annoying, but what a phenomenal series. Just the fact that they go on to live their lives, that they find value in everything, that they don't just rest on their laurels. They're focused on helping to rebuild, on to creating a better society, that Ling achieves his goal. We see Scar helping rebuild his people, because the death of a culture is the death of his people. So he's finally giving purpose to the Ishvalans, but also to what his brother died for. He's giving back, showing that he doesn't need to forgive them for what they did, but he's still going to work with them to achieve their goal of a better society. I can't just this phenomenal. I think it's going to be really hard to ever top Fullmetal Alchemist for me as like a series. I think it's just absolutely one of the best things I've ever watched in my life. And I don't think anyone needs to ask me who my favorite character is, because it is very evidently Alphonse, but you can't help but like want nothing but the best for Alphonse. And I can't begin to imagine how like tragic it must be to have spent so long in that armored body that you forgot what it is to sleep and to eat and to walk on your own two legs and to feel the ground beneath your feet, to feel the sun on your skin. And you have to wonder, like, does he experience trauma from it? I think it would be hard not to. Can you imagine like waking up and thinking, was this all a dream? Did I actually get my body back? I imagine he had to wrestle with that quite a bit, especially as we see Al sort of trying to do alchemy and then realizing, oh wait, no, I can't do it. Like, he had to come to terms with the fact that alchemy doesn't solve his issues anymore. We can't just rely on it. He's having to learn how to be normal in a sense, but just the potentiality of what can be and the happiness that everyone is finding is proof that they did the right thing. They sacrificed a lot to get here, but in the end, it was what was best for the world. It saved the world, it saved the nation, and that they are all working together, banding together to create this better society that they have always desired. And I can't begin to express how beautiful this journey was, how every character is so well written that you can't help but love them. Even if they're meant to be the antagonist, you still fall in love with them. How fleshed out the world is, the amount of research and detail that went into writing this, the way in which every character feels realistic and their actions never feel inconsistent with what they're doing. I don't think I've ever fallen in love so quickly with characters as I did with this, and that everything they did was still connected to Hughes and Nina, and that they're working to ensure that what happened to Nina will never happen again. And if that means getting rid of this principle of equivalent exchange and creating something better, something more fair, then that's what they're going to do. But I love that they go to east and west and that they're playing the role of sages, and we're seeing the rebuilding of Ishval, that even though they can't ever atone for what they didn't just say it for the sake of saying it. He truly meant it, and he's showing that in his actions. But I can't believe we're over with this journey. I can't believe it's done. It doesn't feel long enough. It really doesn't. But thank you so, so much, everyone that's been with me on this ride. This has been a phenomenal show. And I know that there will be other shows coming to the channel, but I don't think anything will ever quite hit as hard as Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I can see why people adore this show so much, because I instantly want to go and rewatch it all, and also go and buy the entire manga so that I can read it and experience it again. I think it's going to be one of those shows that like live with me for the rest of my life, and I'm always going to want to come back to. Not ready to say goodbye, but I have to. But I am very grateful to everyone that has joined me on this journey, and I hope to see you with future shows that will be coming to this channel. We will be watching Monster after Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, so I'm very excited to delve into that because it's a psychological thriller, and I do love me a psychological thriller. So yes, that's going to be very exciting. But again, it's not Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It feels like only yesterday we began this journey, and now we're here at the very end of it. That's it. Our journey's come to an end, but they will get their happy ending, and I feel like that's the best conclusion. I don't know how I would have coped if there was a sad ending, so I'm very glad that it ended positively. Everyone got what they always aspired and dreamed for, so I'm happy. I feel like that was the best way to end this show, and I have no critiques, nothing bad to say about any of it, but I will have to say goodbye here. So thank you so, so much for watching. Thank you for being on this journey, and until next time, bye.